cool.
Internet password. I'm guessed it's 135.
I think it's 13571 1257.
1357
I believe. I'm not sure. Is that working? By the way, you're welcome to drink whatever you want. I don't even care if you eat, but just be discreet about it, okay? And Nick, we're going to need her text up, the scan. So we're working from the input, from the data centers. That's due to the kindness of Dr. Wu, who's helping to pay for it. There's mistakes in the carving. There's mistakes in the, which makes it more interesting for a translator, because the word is spelled wrong. Okay. And we'll be using a dictionary a lot, certain different dictionaries. We'll be using different search tools. You will learn how to use them. Okay, let's go.
Our scan's on my computer right now. It's in the Dropbox.
Well, I'll just ask you certain things I need today. Okay. Then we'll get fancy later.
It's under guest. It's 135.
No time. We gotta go. Okay, don't worry about the scan. If I have a question on the scan, I should ask you if I have a question. Okay. So I'm just going fast. Okay? Everybody should be recording their own class. All right? At night, you should listen to the recording. Okay, got it? Tenbei Nimo, you please read. And I'll be ruthless on pronunciation. So, no, don't be offended. I'm going to offend. Tawe, not ka. Don't aspirate it. Don't say ka. Tawe.
Rimpa nampa shepa tarlam selche che jawasho.
So you can see, those of you, the three of you who don't know Tibetan, you can follow it roughly. There's some things that don't make sense, and you'll learn. Okay, don't stress. Don't worry. Okay, we'll catch you up. You will pass these guys in 1 year. Okay, I know how hard you work. Okay, Tenbei Nimbo. Translate.
Tenbei Nimbo, the essence of the
teachings. Yeah, the essence of the teachings. Dogme tobe tawa.
That is the view that realizes that there is no self-nature.
Yeah. And I'm going to get radical. I would say that nothing is itself. Okay? Dogme, that nothing is itself. No self-nature is not an English word.
Right.
You can't find it in any newspaper. Okay? And I like it sexy to say nothing is itself. People feel angry when you say that, and you say, you figure it out. Okay? I'm just proposing. By the way, who's going to win in the end between you and me of how we translate something? Okay? And that's all. Okay? If you don't like it, don't come back tomorrow. I'm not kidding. Okay? For 5 years, I'm the boss. The next day after 5 years, you can translate it some other way. Okay? But I'll tell you, the way other people are translating is terrible. It's wrong, it's mistaken, and nobody can read it. Okay? And I can show you, 100 translations by other people. Go to Amazon, look at the number of sales. It's like, even by the Mr. Number One Lama, the sales of the translations, or by his translator or something, are like, you look on Amazon, it says 15 million. It means 14,999,000 books are above it. Nobody's buying it because they can't read it. Okay, so, okay, clear? Adam, nod, word nod. If there's a disagreement, I win. I'm not unreasonable. If you can sell me a new idea, I'm thinking of Brent Kramer. If it's sexy and I like it, I'll go for it. But I know the language so well that I know there's 14 other words. He could have said that way if he wanted to say it, but he didn't say it that way. Okay. Tabita, rimba.
Step by step?
It means the steps for developing that view. Okay. Number Sherpa.
Detailed explanation?
Yeah, or just an explanation. So
Okay.
namba, which is V in Sanskrit, is not always, you don't always have to translate. Like number chepa is just consciousness. You don't have to say super consciousness or something like that. Okay, Tarlam Selje.
Illuminating the path
To Tarpa.
to freedom.
Yeah, good. Now there are two famous Tarlam Seljes. And in the monastery they'll say Zö Tarlam Selje and Sema Tarlam Selje. So the first Dalai Lama's commentary on Abhidharma, which I translated as a child, is called Light on the Path to Freedom. And then Gyaltsab Je wrote a commentary on logic, which is also called Light on the Path to Freedom. And now we have a third one. Okay, Light on the Path to Freedom or something. Okay? Chijawa Shukso.
You're inconclusive.
Yeah, and you don't have to translate that. You don't have to translate that. When you put something on the top of a book, it means this is the title. In English, we don't say, this is the title. Principal teacher. Okay. Okay. All right. Got it. All right. Namo Manjushri.
I bow down to Manjushri.
Good. I bow down. And by the way, it's spelled correctly, which is very unusual. Okay. So this is Sanskrit in Tibetan letters, and it means I bow down to Manjushri. Why? What's it indicate?
He's the source of material.
It means this book is about emptiness. Okay? It's a way to announce this book is about emptiness. Okay. Now I'm going to go because we don't have much time. Somehow we lost 40 minutes already. Mawa dame dembe se tsang se cham tse ter chen mi pam jambe yang shingda chembo ludup to me so zamling gen yor misspelled kepe tsogla du. Okay? So Mawa dame means matchless teacher. So Mawa normally means professor, but here it means teacher. Okay, matchless teacher. Jemba and guide. Okay. Setsang is the name of Buddha's father. Okay, and now I'll show you. We're going to start using Gopher, and I'm going to go to Gopher, and I want the Sanskrit for that. Okay, because we're going to have to use, right? We're going to have to use the Sanskrit. So you guys will learn how to do this. We can't do everything in one day. We go to a Sanskrit dictionary, and it's not there. Oh, Satan, I misspelled it. Shut up. Okay, and here you see the Sudodana. Okay, Shuddhodana. Sorry. Okay, which literally means pure food. Okay, but you're gonna say Shuddhodana. Okay, so you got the spelling? You okay? Where are we? It's not showing color. Oh, there it is. S-H, okay, S-H-U-D-D-H-O-D-A-N-A, okay?
That's on L.
No, this is the delimiter. Okay, yeah. Got it? Okay, we got to move on. Son of Shuddhodana, okay, which means who? Lord Buddha. Okay. Jamse Derchen, gold mine of love and love. So you have to find two different words for it, you know. Jampa means love, and Sewa means love. So he's just made a new word. Sometimes together it just means love. Okay, love. Okay, Terchen means gold mine. It means great deposit of love. All right. Who? Mipam. Who's Mipam? Maitreya, the invincible one. Okay, invincible. And Jambayang, which is Manju Ghosha, which is Manjushri's other name. Manjushri has two names, Manju Ghosha. Ghosha means voice. So yang means voice, gentle voice. I'm translating deities' names. Okay, it's going to be gentle voice and the invincible. Okay, we'll get into footnotes later. Okay, don't worry. You know, or sometimes Rinpoche encouraged me to put a list of deity names in the back or something, so people didn't go crazy. the Tibetans chose to translate their names. I like it because there are two kinds of names, epithets and non-epithets. Okay, epithet means there's a reason you call him gentle voice. Gentle has a meaning and voice has a meaning. There's others that are not epithets, like pure food. Okay, we're not going to call Lord Buddha's father Mr. Pure Food. Okay, it's not an epithet. Okay, I mean probably it is somewhere, but it's not something I want to talk about. Okay, Shingda Chembo. This Shingda means Shingda Sulji. It's an abbreviation for Shingda Sulji. Shingda Sulji means innovator. Innovator. We had it in the innovation class. Dr. Wu was here in November. It means in Buddhism, there are only two Shingda Sujais recognized in Buddhism. They are Nagarjuna and Asanga. Okay. Those names are epithets, but I wouldn't translate them as Lord of the Nagas or hot knife cut through butter, which is Tokmei. Okay. Asanga means hot knife cut through butter. Okay, but I'm going to stick with their names. Sok means and the others. Okay. Zamling, the world. It just means the world. Okay. This is misspelled. Okay, miscarved. Rgyan. Gen means what? Like, yeah, jewels. These jewels of the world. It means in the whole world they are the bright spot. Okay, they are like diamonds sparkling in the world. Okay, there's usually Gyendru, 6 great Buddhist teachers of ancient India, and they're called jewels of the world. Okay, so jewels of the world are. You have, you do it your way. Okay, I don't insist, by the way, in poetry. By the way, every book usually starts with poetry, about 2-3 verses, to say how cool Nagarjuna is, or. I like to translate poetry loosely. I used to try to put 6 beats and 6 beats, and it doesn't work. It gets weird. Okay, free verse, something like that. Tsogla de kepa, wise men, sages. Okay, sages. Sok means the crowd, mass. Okay, do. Yeah. I bow down. I bow down to you. Okay? Nope. I bow down to the mass of sages, to the jewels of this world. The son of Suddhodana, our guide, the matchless teacher, to the invincible and to gentle voice, who are I would make it both of them. Okay, normally only Jampa is described as the gold mine of love, but here he seems to want to do both. So I bow down to the invincible and to gentle voice, who are the gold mine of love, and to the great innovators, Nagarjuna, Asanga, and the rest. Okay, something like that. You deal with it. Okay. No, in the first few days it's going to be hard, and after that it'll get easier. Okay, we have time for one more verse, I think.
Oh, we're going till 8:30.
Oh, 8:30.
Yeah.
God bless. Oh, right. Oh, we don't have to go so fast, huh? Oh, yeah. So, in a title, you do the ornamental title first, then you do the descriptive title second. So you start at the back. Light on the Path to Freedom, an explanation of the steps for developing the view which realizes that nothing is itself, the view which is the very essence of the teachings. Something like that. Okay. Gyawei Kembe Rongsu Jambe Yang. Dur misspelled. Okay, it's Ngur. NG. Okay. And Nurmik Karu Jetsun Tsongkapa. Alternate spelling, don't freak out. Ancient spelling for Tsongkapa. Yamse Gyupachepe Shabdune Bamitawirimba Shepherd Rapsheja. By the way, this is the pledge to compose the work, okay? And this is called the obeisance, the opening obeisance or something like that. These are standard requirements according to Danden, who is a great Sanskrit composing teacher, composition teacher. He said you must do these things at the beginning of a classical work. Okay. Yahweh Kemba, the knowledge of the victors. Okay. Rangsu, the very image. Okay. Manjushri. Manjushri, very image or something like that of the knowledge of the Buddhas. Murmik means, Murmik is a kind of duck in Tibet that has a golden color. So it means the color of the robes. It means this color, which in Tibetan is considered gold. We consider gold a metallic color, like a car. But so Murmik Karul means you play, rupa, the dance. You dance in the golden robe. Okay? You who dance in the golden robe, meaning it's just a fake. It's not his real identity. He's actually Manjushri. Okay? So there you gotta go on, you know, you who dance in the golden robe. Okay? The kar means to dance, and rule means to play. Rule implies it's a fake. You are masquerading in the golden robe. Sometimes I translate it that way. Masquerading in the dance, or dancing in the golden robe. Okay? And I like stuff that's sexy. I mean, I like stuff. I don't want to go beyond the meaning. I don't want to insert my own meaning. But where there's a chance to make it more interesting for the reader, go for it. Tsongkhapa. Okay? Tsongkhapa who dances in the golden robe. Yebse Gyupachepa. Spiritual father and sons, which is who? Tsongkhapa and his two great students. Okay? People ask me, are you Buddhist? I say no. They say, are you Galupa? I say no. They say, well, what are you? I say, I'm Tsongkhapa. You know, unbelievable, unbelievable, pure Buddhism in the whole world. Pure, absolutely pure. And there's a statue in Dr. Wu's room. I like it. We were born on the same day. And we both have a crush on Jetsun Kappa. And God bless you. You know, that's pure. That's pure Buddhism. And you will learn. If you translate for 5 years, you won't want to do anything else. You won't want to read anything else, okay? And I'm not going to teach anything else. And I'm not interested in anything else. Am I sectarian? No. I just want to die with something pure in my mind. Yeah. Okay? It's pure Buddhism and correct. And I've never seen anybody else who is, to be honest. Okay? So, that lineage. That's all you're going to get in this room. Okay? I'm sorry. You know, and outside I'm very, everything's good. And inside this room, okay, it's a Gyupachepe Shabdune. This is an active verb from do. You know, I bow down, having bowed down at your feet of Jetsun Kappa, the spiritual father, spiritual father and son, along with their lineage. Okay, this spelling of Gyu means lineage, along with their lineage. Okay, this is what we call the pledge to compose the work. I promise, or I will explain. Ja means future tense. I shall explain. And the rub you can change. Don't try to put a prefix on it. Change the whole word. I will explicate, or I will delve into, or you see, rapshe, raptushepa. I will super explain, but don't say super explain. You know, find a deeper word for explain. Give me a deeper word for explain. Yeah. Well, what did you say?
Purport, expound.
Expound is nice. Okay, something not too scholastic, but you work with it. It means I'm going to tear it apart. Okay. I'm super explaining. Okay, good luck. The steps, and then here I want you to supply developing, for developing the view. Yeah, tawa kepe rimba, you see, the steps for how to develop the view which perceives that nothing is itself. Dagme. Okay, got it? Okay, poetry is the hardest thing. I'm sorry it comes in the beginning. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Delandir. Go for it. I'm gonna tear apart your pronunciation.
Delandir
Good. Slight prenasal here. Delandir. And here's another one.
Tande
Tande nice.
Kebu
Kibu.
Bu
Bu. Pu. Okay. Yeah.
Kang du juk
Kang. Not G. It's not an English G. Kang.
Kang du juk
Jukbar.
Jupar Jawe Shin.
Okay. So, by the way, you want me to do this in, I'll do this verse, by the way. I bowed down at the feet of Manjushri, the very image of the knowledge of all the Buddhas, of all the victors. And then somehow Tsongkhapa has to sound like not a separate person, you see, to Kama, Tsongkhapa, who is dancing in the golden rooms, meaning he's Manjushri in disguise. So it has to feel that way.
Do you say masquerading?
You can say masquerading. Usually it's
Masquerading in the golden
yeah,
light.
you can say that. But here he's more emphasizing an actor in a play. You see, you can say actor. You got to go more on actor, maybe. There are other. Why I'm saying that, there's other words for masquerade. Tsongkhapa, the spiritual father and sons, those two, along with their lineage, having, I bow down to you. So I would cut it, those three lines, first three lines. I bow down to blah, 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 blah. And now, don't try to make it one sentence. It's going to get too long. A principle I learned in Russian translation class: cut things into digestible pieces. Cut, cut, cut. Cut it into sentences, okay? And it comes out better. Don't say, I bow down, and then I'm going to, okay? Like, don't be afraid to cut. And keep it in a verse, but it can be two sentences, okay? And now I shall, you can say explain, or I will reveal the steps for developing the view which sees that nothing is itself. Don't say the view of nothing is it. See, it doesn't make sense. The view which nothing, the view that nothing is itself. Okay. Delandir tanduki kebe kondu jupichawa shini. Ni can almost be like a rhetorical question, so sometimes I encourage you to translate it that way. Okay, what is the very foundation into which people who hope for freedom should enter, or something like that? Okay, what's the foundation that people who hope to be free should step into? Jupa. Okay, this is the avatara of Majjhimaka Avatara, Bodhisattva Avatara. What's the foundation in which they should, into which they should first enter? Give me some meanings of the ni. Yeah, ness, like emptiness. Huh? Say again. Oh yeah, Tion. But I like his. Yeah, that and only that. So sometimes ni means one and only. Only that. Here it's only that. Okay. What is if you want to get to freedom, what room do you have to enter? The precious teachings of the victors. And that and only that. Ni. Okay, so you got to catch the ni. That's crucial. Okay. It's the one and only. Okay. La is derjupe go la mindawa yukyang. Mindawa means many different. Literally, it means not similar, but it's an idiom for many different. Go, not with a prenasal. Go, no, this is go.
Door.
The door to jukpa. The door to enter those teachings, okay? The door to enter into those teachings. Mumbo ya, mindawa ya. There's many different doors through which you can enter the Buddhist teaching. There are many different doors. Mindawa ya kyang. But dame to betawa kelen milen ki gone kyang tembala shu mashu su jopani. Gochi, but one of the doors, and he's kind of implying the one door. Okay, gochi. He didn't say chik ba. He didn't say the one and only. So it's a little touchy. He might be saying one of the doors is, but you gotta phrase it so it sounds almost like he believes the one door is. Okay? Jokpa means to establish. It's not jukpa. Okay? It's a jokpa. To establish whether or not shuk mashuk, someone has past tense juk, has entered, whether or not for deciding or for establishing, for deciding whether or not someone has entered into that teaching or not, okay? How? This go, ne is not go, okay? Go, ne is an adverb. Via, V-I-A, or through, okay? It means through the door. Okay? How do you decide if someone entered the Buddhist teaching or not? It's through, okay? Go, ne, it's through whether or not they kelen. Kelen means to accept. Yeah. It's the instrumental of ka. With your mouth. Len means take. So kelen means to accept. It means take with your mouth. Okay. It's whether or not you accept dakme tope tao. The view that things are not themselves. Okay? And that's how we decide if you started Buddhism or not. If you're studying Buddhism or not. That's the door. There's many doors to entering the Buddhist teachings, but really, you gotta imply like really, the door to decide whether or not someone has entered the Buddhist teaching is, do they accept that things are not themselves or don't they? Cool? Because he's trying to sell you a book about how to meditate on emptiness. This is a book about how to meditate on emptiness. So he has to sell you. In the first paragraph, he has to sell you. I like sales. Okay. He's like, there's lots of ways to enter the Buddhist teachings. But the door, okay, to decide whether someone got in there or not, past tense, did you get in there or not, is whether or not you accept that things are not themselves. Okay. What's it mean when you say things are not themselves? Does this cup, was it made in a factory in Guangzhou? Or does it exist because I gave someone else some coffee last week? Where does it come from? You see? Is it itself? No. It's not a cup that came from a factory. It's coming from you. That's all. Simple. That's all. Forget everything else you ever heard about emptiness. Okay? That's simple. It's popping out of a karmic state in my mind, and if I meditate a lot, I can see it pop out. I can watch the image pop out. Then I'll start being very generous with coffee. Okay? And then the world will be peaceful, and that's why we're here. The whole world will serve the whole world, and the world will be a Buddha paradise. That's all. If they just understand where the cup comes from. That's Buddhist teaching. Got it? Cool. I'm so excited. Read this first sentence. I'm going to read most of them. I'm going to ask you to read some of them. Don't give me a ta.
Oh.
Temba means to
Temba.
pull tupa. It means to make tupa, noodles. Temba means make noodles. This is not temba.
Temba.
Temba, good.
Temba long.
La'ang.
Lang. Lung tok ni ye pale.
Okay, stop at y, okay, and then we'll get to the pale, okay. The, now this teaching, moreover, okay, the ang, moreover, this teaching can be divided into lungitemba and topetemba. Take your time. Hurry up.
So lung would be like a transmission of some sort.
No, in this it means the physical dharma,
The physical dharma and
the books
and the realization.
and the realization. The dharma outside, books, teachings, videos, okay, lectures, and then there's the inside dharma, topa. What's the most famous place where this comes up?
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the Abhidharma Kosha, where Vasubandhu predicts the ending of the teaching in this world. He says, first the lungitemba will disappear, and then the topetemba will disappear. Sorry, first topetemba. First the understanding of emptiness will die in the world, and later these books will get thrown out because nobody understands what they mean. Okay, so the teaching is divided into physical teaching, the books, and then the mental understanding. Okay, so lay, the lay means of those two, of the two divisions of the teaching, okay, which is the physical teachings and the teachings as ideas in people's minds. And here I think you can expand a little bit, okay? You have a choice here, right? You can say word idea. Or you can expand a little bit for knowing that your readers are not Buddhists or they're not familiar with this idea. So you can either make it short and put a footnote, which is distracting, or you can expand. You can say, now those teachings, now it can be the la'ang, you see. Now those teachings which we just described can be divided into the physical teachings and to the teachings as ideas in the minds of people. I don't mind to expand the whole thing like that, okay? Of those, lay, of those, so in English you start the next sentence with lay. Of those, okay? Lay has two meanings.
I'm in of or karma.
From or karma. Yeah, here it's, when it comes at the end of a sentence, it's probably from. From those two, tope tembe tso. You know tso because you know lamso namsu. The main form, the principal form, P-A-L, not P-L-E. As many people mistranslated this book. You know, many, many people. So the principal form of the teachings as ideas in people's minds is Dhamma Topitawa. Yeah, the view with which you understand that things are not themselves. Ni. We just
And
had
only
it.
that.
Yeah, that and only that. Okay, that's the main teaching. What's the Buddhist teaching in the world? Everyone who understands the pen. That's it. That's Buddhism. Okay, how many people learned Buddhism in DCI courses last year? 20,000. Okay, and that some idiots say Geshe Michael stopped teaching Buddhism. Now he's doing this DCI thing. Okay, all right. That's the teaching. That's the main teaching. Okay, got it? It's to understand it. Tokche dangmela. Now this is difficult. When you take a verb and you add cha to it, it means which is to be realized. That thing which is to be realized. What's seja?
Knowable things.
No, seja.
Oh.
We just had that in Buddha's father's name.
That was to be born?
That which is to be eaten.
Oh, say.
Okay. When you add ja to it, it makes the future participle. That which is to be eaten. Okay? Of all the things you can understand, of the thing to be understood, which is dogme, so the fact that nothing is itself, okay, that has cha versions and rak versions. Chawa and rakpa.
Oh,
Yeah, good, great. Subtle and grosser, more gross, okay? I couldn't come up with a better word for rakpa than gross, okay?
evident?
No, that's limbo. You see, limbo. There are more subtle versions of emptiness, and there are more rough versions. You can say rough, but you decide. Huh? No, because it doesn't mean that. There's other words for that. Lumba.
What did you say first? You said that?
Either gross or rough. The problem is in gross, in English, in modern English, gross also means disgusting. Ew, that's gross. Okay, the old meaning of gross is rough. So you can divide it very subtly or less subtly.
Yeah, because rough can mean.
Yeah, I know. That's your problem. You choose.
Yeah,
Let us know tomorrow. Sorry, day after tomorrow. Cheraki. Now I need the block. Now I need the carving. I believe it's China, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm about 90% sure. China.
Did you?
Is there a dot between Che and Na? Bets, you don't worry about it. Let Nick do it. Let's keep going, okay? We don't have much time. Yeah. Chena, okay? If you divide it, Che is past tense of like chicheda, right? Yewa, to divide, okay? If you, now in Tibetan, the conditional tense, if you were to divide it, right? In English, we use the past tense also. If you were to divide it, we use the past tense for possibility. If you were to go to the store today, what would you buy? We use the past tense for future possibility in English, okay?
So, do you want me to put mine up? Do you want me to put the skin on the screen now?
Let's try.
Okay.
I hope it's a, by the way,
it's not a carving.
Always prefer a carving to a handwritten.
This is a printed book.
That's terrible.
It's the only scan we can find.
There's one in TBRC.
Find me a
but
carving.
I can't, but it's copyrighted.
This is from TBRC.
Oh no.
You got it from TBRC?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Find me a scan.
Three versions and one of them wasn't accessible.
Find me a carving. Find me a carving.
We don't want
Okay.
to look at this style.
No. I mean, that just means they typed it the same mistake that our
This
people
is
did.
the only one I could download.
Our people obviously did it from a carving because it's divided into lines.
Yeah.
You see?
Which
Okay.
one is this? I'll just try to see.
Chena. I think it's Chena. I don't think there's a word Chen. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. It means the same thing. Chena, Mung, Mumbo.
Many.
Okay, like there are many ways to divide up this thing which we are going to realize. The fact that nothing's itself. There's many ways to divide it up, subtly or less subtly, if you want to say it that way. But, Mung Yang, but, Jepe say, when you do make the division, this Jepa is not Chepa. Chepa means to do, Jepa means to divide, okay? Okay? When you do it, okay, there's many ways to divide emptiness, the thing that you're supposed to realize. You can do it subtly or less subtly. Let's go with that. But when you make the distinction, when you do the dividing, okay, dupte nambashin dutsu dong tung guki. This tun is a verb created from the word tumbo. Tunchok. Tumbo. Tumbo. Huh? Say it. No. Harmony. Okay, Tumbo. Tumbo. Are they friends? Oh, Tumbo. They're good friends. Yeah, they get along well. Tumbo. Okay. Mi tunchong. Tunchong in logic. Contradictory side, not contradictory side. Okay. Tumbo means to get along. Okay. And now he made a verb. No matter how you divide it, when you divide it, you must be in keeping with. Oh, good, nice. You must be in accordance with. You must fit. Okay. What? Jupta Nambashi. The 4 schools. It's gotta be one of the 4 schools. Okay. I don't care how you divide it. Fine, subtle, not so subtle. But when you sit down to divide emptiness, you better fit one of the 4 schools. Okay?
Because it is Chena in this game.
It is Chena. Okay? So you can correct it. This one is chena. Okay.
And so, where's the word that is the directive?
You must, need, necessary.
There it is.
Yeah, you must be in accordance with the dutsu, with the positions taken by. Okay, dutsu, literally way of agreeing, way of wanting. Dutsu means position. Okay, I don't care how you divine emptiness, fine or not so fine. But when you get to that divining, you goddamn well better fit one of the four schools. Okay, you gotta fit one of the four schools. Okay, Nambashi means the four different kinds of schools, but you don't have to say. You can say the four different schools. You better fit the four different schools. You better fit the beliefs of one of the four different schools. Okay. Yeah, good place for a footnote. Good place for a footnote. Key, disjunctive, at the end of a sentence. And is conjunctive. But, nice. Okay? Key at the end of a sentence means but. He's probably going to tell you how stupid you'll be if you don't. Okay, but, shipo kang dangyang mitun. Okay, now for this, you have to understand the adjective tun, to means in accord with, requires the use of the word with, dang. So you always say blank dang tumbo. Blank dang tumbo. Stanley dang tumbo means what do you say? I'm in agreement with Stanley. You have to use the word dung. So tun requires dung before it. Blank dung tun. Okay. Shipo kang dung tun means if you are in agreement with any of the four. Kang means any of the four. Shipo is all four. How do you say fourth? Shiba. Shiba. But when you say shipo, it means the four. Okay? And I can sit there with Stanley, and we can go home. You can go home without him, and he'll teach you Chig Ni Sum Shi I Ar San Shi. He can teach you that, and then you can say, when you want to say first, second, third, fourth, you have to say Dangbo, Yiba, Sumba. Or you can start translating, and you will learn it. So you can waste your time in a class for 5 years with a grammar book, or you can translate your own book, and you will never forget, because it's my book. Okay? All right? That's the way to teach somebody. Okay? Shipo, the four. Kanyang, and now he's got mitumba. Yeah. Something which doesn't fit one of the four schools. Okay? Something which doesn't fit any of the four schools. Dagme petawa. Some idea. Maybe we want to say idea than view. I don't know. Okay? But if you have, but sometimes it's direct, right? Anyway, but if you have some view of a lack of self-nature, you can say that sometimes. Okay? Or you can say things are not themselves. Which doesn't fit those four, one of those four. If you have some kind of view of emptiness that doesn't fit one of those four, what do you think he's going to say? You're a phantom. You're a schmuck. you're a dude. You're just an idiot. Let's see what he says. It's not right to accept that there could even exist a way of seeing emptiness which doesn't fit into one of the four schools. Because who taught the four schools? Yeah, do they contradict each other? They do. They do, okay? Some of them are not so correct. But you go outside of the four schools of Buddhism, you close your eyes, see the purple, but nothing is real. You're living in a dream. Then you're like, mirun, it's wrong. Okay, not correct. Mirun. Okay, got it. Why? Te in logic is a colon. Te in logic is. I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Here's why. Okay? Because dogme kelebitsu nani, of all the ways of asserting that nothing is itself, okay? Of all the ways of asserting that nothing is itself, Jupta schools of thought, shir nge. So the word ngepa means fixed number. There's 4 and there's only 4. So ngepa means like change, right? In this case, ngepa means fixed. It's always used with numbers, okay? And then you use the locative case. It's fixed at 4. Okay? Shir, shila, nge. It's fixed at 4. Shir. Okay? It's fixed at 4. Okay? Of all the correct ways to assert, right, or accept that things are not themselves, the different schools that you can have are fixed at 4. They. Colon. Nice. Colon. And now I'm going to prove it to you. 2 ways to prove something. Which means what?
Logic and scripture.
Yeah. You can prove something in the debate ground with logic, or you can quote a scripture. There's 2 ways to prove something. Geshe Lotar's main student is called Jamba Longrig. His name is Mr. Scripture or Logic. His teacher made a joke. When he got his monk's name, he says, "What's my monk's name?" He said, "Mr. Scripture or Logic." So these are the 2 ways to prove something. Okay, got it? So you tell me from the first 3 words here, what is he choosing, scripture or logic? He's going to quote somebody. Who? Kenupche. Okay, which you can only do with a Galupa audience. You try to prove to your Sakya that this is true because Kenupche said that. They're saying they don't accept him as authority, but we do. Okay, why is that sa on the end of J?
Because he's going to say something.
It's the subject. No, it's the instrumental.
It's instrumental.
Which in Tibetan you always say, "By me the store was gone to." Every sentence you start, "By me." By me the class was taught. You don't say, "I taught the class." Okay, so we got to find the verb in here. Find me the verb. Who's going to find it? Dee, 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 dee. No. Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. No. Dee, 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 dee. You fail.
Is it the land?
No. What's it always when you're quoting somebody? What's the verb? Yeah, soon.
Oh.
There's the subject of the sentence. There's the verb. Okay? Because Kenupje said, and then he puts the whole quotation. Kenupje said, blah, 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 blah. Who's Kenupje? The younger of the 2 principal disciples of Tsongkhapa. Okay? He was a tantric master. He was mainly a tantrika. And a logician. And if he survived this class, we're going to have so much fun going into his logic book, which is this thick. You know, I started it with Nimbo. He never finished. I could strangle him. Okay. I'll strangle you too if you don't finish. With dead bodies in the scriptorium. What do you call that place where they keep the dead bodies?
The scriptorium.
Yeah, the scriptorium it'll become the morgue. The morgue. Okay. No, I wasted 2 years with this guy. I wasted 2 years. Anyway, don't waste my time. If you want to chop off my finger, chop off my finger, but don't waste my time. Because I can deal with it without a finger, but I can't get the time back. Okay, all right. Deyang here means moreover. Okay, we're starting in the middle of some book. Moreover, Dewashe Pitembala, the teaching of those who have gone to bliss. Okay, Sugata. Dame Kelemi Drupta Shirnge. Within the teachings of those who have gone to bliss, okay, the schools which assert that nothing is itself, the schools which accept that nothing is itself, are fixed, nge, at, 4. Okay? He's already proved this point. He could have stopped there. Kiduje said so. Okay, but he's going to keep going. Shipo kana yami tumbe dame pitawa dong Deni kombucha bin namcha sushi. Ki jita mesa sinkyang. This is a difficult sentence. This is Kiruk and I'm sorry. This will give you a headache tomorrow evening. Okay? Sin, past tense of zin, to hold. But here it means it may have happened before. Okay? Sin, it's past tense, sin. Okay? Sin kyang. Okay, it's possible that somebody will come up with somebody, sushiki, somebody, somebody, might say whatever that comes to their head, chitam, me sinkyang. It might happen. It might happen that somebody just says something that comes into their head. Okay, chitsam means like whatever. That's sarcastic. Somebody says, I'm sorry, I yelled at you yesterday, and you say, whatever. Okay, it's possible something. Some namshak. Namshak means presentation, a presentation. Namsha of how to meditate kombachepa on suchness. So I want you to translate deni as suchness. Okay, it's possible somebody come up with some way of meditating on suchness, okay? And some kind of view about no self-nature, which is not in keeping with those four, with one of those four, Kang, with one of those four. It's possible. Somebody might come up with something. They say, meditate on this, but it doesn't fit one of the four. Yeah, okay, it's sin kyang. Could happen. Okay, past tense. But, kyang, Yahweh temba le chiru to kyupa jupper. Cha. But, future tense, right? I would say, jupa ja. I would say, or we should say, imperative tense. We should say, but we should say that they are chiro.
Outsiders.
They are not inside the Buddhist teachings. Gyalwe Dhamma chiro. Chiro to gyur means they have gone outside Buddhism. I don't know what they are, but whatever. Trumpism. They're not. They're not Buddhist. Okay? Somebody comes up with some new idea that's not in the four schools taught by the Buddha. I don't know what you want to call them, but they're not Buddhist. Okay? Sin kyang means, it could happen that someone comes up with some weird thing, but it's not Buddhism. Okay? All right? Kepe, this is an extraordinarily bad typing. I predict it's Dgyepa. D-G-Y-E-S-P-A. Give me $10 if it is.
I gave all my money yesterday.
Incredibly bad carving. Okay? And I'll tell you something sad. To translate Tibetan, you have to be able to correct as you go. Which means you have to know what it says before you know what it says. Okay? And Sanskrit's worse. Okay? It's all handwritten. Okay.
It's not in text form.
So why
Oh, they've also misspelled it, but not as bad. Okay, fourth line, middle.
Kripa?
Find me the first
Where is it?
it's
DGES,
yeah,
right?
it's just
It should be DGYES.
There it is.
Okay, ready?
Can I ask why you know it's misspelled? Because they're two different types
I'm
of
about to
words,
tell you
and
why. Let's start with Lodar Dandamba, okay? Those people who have Lodar. Lodar means intelligence. Mati in Sanskrit, okay? Lodar. those who have intelligence, okay, lodu dandamba, okay, yiche, to believe, okay, those who have intelligence, to believe, min. It's not chawa, not something they should believe, not something to be believed by those who have intelligence, right? As being, they need grammar case. They should not believe that these viewpoints are, tu in Tibetan, as being, okay? Today, Trump is being elected as being, what do you call it? Inaugurated as president in English, as. In Tibetan, you use one of the laden, okay? Those intelligent people should not take it as being the path which pleases the wise. Kepa gepe. He's making an allusion to this verse.
Oh, yeah.
Gyawa gepe lamla yitumbe. Kepa gedai tangwe yiki nun. Okay? Listen, you who have a pure mind. Turn your minds to the path which pleases the victors. He's echoing this. He's making a statement. Who? Who? Yeah, it's Jetsun Kappa's main student. He's honoring his teacher by using the same phrase.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's DGYES. Yeah, but you have to know. Okay, so totally misspelled. Okay, totally miscarved, but we know. Because Kedub just said so. So I'm going to do the whole paragraph. You ready? And then we stop. And that's because Kedub said, moreover, there are 4 and only 4 schools of thought for those who assert that things are not themselves in the teachings of those who have gone to bliss. And it may be possible that someone could profess some kind of presentation that purports to have a view which is not in keeping with these 4 schools, and they may say that one should meditate on suchness this way, but it should be said that those types of people are standing outside of the Buddhist teaching. Okay? And what they teach should never be accepted by those who have intelligence as being the path which pleases the wise. Okay? We gotta stop. How'd we do?
Can I ask a
Yeah.
procedural question?
Yes.
So,
By the way, we finished exactly, well, if you count the title as 1 page. We made our goal. We finished 1. That's how much material you will have to finish every day. Yeah, I mean, every 48 hours.
so
By the way, that way you finished 5 folios a term, and most of your books are 20 folios.
So does that mean I come the next time with this?
You
Put
walk in.
together
You walk in on Wednesday with a translation.
Okay. Do I start looking at the next, or wait
You,
for you?
I propose that we go into the next thing, and I'll correct your thing at home. Or I
Okay,
might.
so I'll bring to you.
Yeah, you give me your translation, and I could fix it in class, but then you wouldn't get any new material. So I'll fix it at home probably. But if I have time, if I finish a page with you, we'll go to your translation and I'll make comments on it, because that would also help everybody else.
And can I do that on the 20th?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a prayer. Okay. 상계 신들 빅대우마니 도kun남다 신라주파쇼 이랑구라담담감미야다야니 니교구 사람의 촉소신 사랑의 중에 다바쿠니 도바쇼